Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader, and this past weekend was ICCC 2024, and I went over to the hotel for the lobby sales, got to see a lot of great friends. I took some photos, which we'll kind of go through here, and at the end, I'll kind of show you the swag I picked up, along with one incredibly generous gift for my collection from Patreon supporter and good friend Dominic R. So, just took a few photos that I thought you guys would like to see from the lobby sale evening when I went over there. Here are the 5 Idiots Talking Toys. They were doing a quick podcast from the ICCC, I think it's called the Eclectic Collective audience room, and I guess all the different podcasts go in there and film from there. So great to sit in while those guys were doing it. Here's everybody in the audience, lots of good friends of mine from the collecting community, and this is kind of why we do it. We love collecting, and we love to hang out with our friends, and I only get to see these guys really about once a year, so it was really awesome to meet some new people as well as see some familiar faces. Here is Chris and my good buddy Gary Wallace. Had the pleasure to have Gary at my house last year, and obviously, Chris is a very close friend of mine. This was a lobby sale, or excuse me, a hotel room sale. A lot of the hotel rooms, they open up and they get on a list, and you can kind of go from room to room to check out the items for sale. There were lots of cool stuff. I didn't really go too deep into the hotel room sales, but this is where we were hanging out early on. And here's Gary again with John Cousins, who is a friend and Patreon supporter. He was helping a seller kind of in this middle table. So this is kind of what the lobby sales look like. This is the hotel lobby for the Sheraton Music City near the airport. And basically people just set up from about, 6 or 7 o'clock until about 10 o'clock at night with the items they have for sale. This was one of the better tables that had lots of really cool stuff, graded items, vinyl Cape. You can see there, vinyl Cape Jawa, lots of good stuff. So I had Gary and John kind of pose in front of that table. Here was another table. This is the same table, actually. This one had a couple of mocks and some modern stuff, and it was just kind of all over the map. Lots of loose graded, and I just wanted to give you a sample of the type of stuff that was there. Dennis Hall, who owns LCG Auctions. We've covered that auction house before. He was there with some really cool items. This was an uncut sticker sheet from the original Topps cards run. This one looks like it was an uncut sticker sheet. I don't know. It looks like it's from the original Star Wars film series of Topps cards, but that was a really cool framed uncut sticker sheet. Here was some, I think this is a Kim Simmons print for the original first 12 figures on the back of the 12 backs. So this was a print that Kim Simmons had. I think someone had already bought this, but I wanted to show that. I thought that was pretty cool there. Kim Simmons being the photographer for a lot of the vintage Kenner items back in the day. He puts together prints and things like that now. Dennis also had these amazing Tri-Logo items. He had the Tri-Logo Ewok Combat playset, the Imperial Sniper, the Indoor Forest Ranger. He had a special action figure set, the very hard to find Indoor Chase Tri-Logo, and the Sand Skimmer and Security Scouts. And then you can see there, peeking in the background, the Jawa Sandcrawler. So he had all these kind of items for sale. These were all just in sliding acrylic cases, but very cool to see those items. Somebody else had a number of ungraded Revenge of the Jedi proof cards that were for sale. I didn't ask the prices on those, but I just wanted to take a photo to show you. This seller had lots of really great mint-on cards. I forgot to get a photo of those. This is somebody that came up to me I had never met before, but this is Louis, who apparently watches the channel. He came up to me and let me know that he bought this first shot prototype Kanan Jarrus Black Series figure from my What to Buy video, and he wanted to show that to me because he was submitting this to Collector Archive Services to get graded. So that was a very cool item to see. He picked that one up from one of my videos and said, hey, I brought it in to the convention to get it graded with CAS. So really great meeting Louis. And later on, he came back up to me, and he bought a Glassleet R2-D2 Droids CAS 70 mint on card. It was a beauty. Clear blister in really great shape, and just stunning item. And he really got a good deal on that one, I thought. So great to meet him. Here is Shane from 5 Idiots Talking Toys selling his customs, where he takes beater figures and kind of custom paints them. So they were selling very well at the convention. And then here is John Walden from 5 Idiots Talking Toys selling some G.I. Joes and things like that. And he had some loose mask figures, things like that. So it was really great to see those guys. This was James from Kessel Run Toys on Facebook, so make sure to go check out Kessel Run Toys. And then this is Kelly Ray, who brought in an entire valet cart. This is usually used, obviously, for when people are checking into hotels, but he brought in a valet cart full of mocks to sell at the convention lobby sale. So great to catch up with both of those guys. And this was Jim Swearingen. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Every time I wanted to go talk to him and get a selfie with him, he was just busy talking to other people, so I didn't want to bother him. But Jim Swearingen was digging through a tub of beater figures, just making the rounds during the lobby sales. Here is Chris again, along with another YouTube channel watcher. This is Daxter Kirby. Joe is his real name, but his YouTube handle is Daxter Kirby. So he's wearing a really awesome, bright neon yellow Empire Strikes Back retro t-shirt there, and along with Chris. And here are three scoundrels. We had Gary Moore, Brett Onfett, and Rocket City Sith Bradley. Gary Moore had some items up for sale in the lobby, and Brett Onfett was rocking a really awesome Boba Fett t-shirt that was kind of done in the silhouette style of Major League Baseball. So I thought that was cool. But great to see all three of those guys during the lobby sales as well. And here was an incredible item. This was gifted, I think, to a friend of mine named Kyle, who watches the channel. But Adam Gothard, who I got to talk to, he brought a 3D printer with him and made, like, I guess, like gigantic scale versions of different figures. And this was the Max Rebo band that he did. I mean, this thing was huge. And he gifted this to Kyle, who has... his focus is Max Rebo. So this was an incredible item that was really nicely done. And all of those keys on the 3D printed piano for Max Rebo or keyboard, those all did actually still punch in, just like the vintage Kenner item. But this one, I didn't get a photo of me holding it, but this thing was massive. And Adam Gothard put a lot of effort into this. So he does these kind of gigantic scale figures for, they're kind of like General Giant, except I think they're even bigger. And so he makes those for sale. So you can reach out to Adam Gothard on Facebook if you are interested in buying one. But he made this as a gift to his friend Kyle, and it was really cool. It was really cool. It was very substantial, very hefty. And he said that making that piano using a 3D printer was very difficult because he couldn't get the keys to work, but he finally got it down and was able to kind of assemble everything and give that as a gift. So that was a super generous gift. So anyway, I think I've talked about, I just wanted to show you some photos, but now let's go and take a look at some of the swag I picked up, along with one insanely generous gift from my friend Dominic. I did manage to pick up some really nice swag while I was there. And I didn't really spend much money, or any money really, at the lobby sales. I just didn't see anything that kind of fit my collection. There were some nice gems, but just nothing that kind of struck my fancy. But I did pick up some really great swag, and one awesome and way too generous gift that I got to show you guys. So first, I did get a chance to speak with Michael Havens, who's the founder of ICCC. We were out in the back patio pool area, and he was out there and gave each of us one of these medallions for ICCC 2024. So I thought that was pretty cool of him to do that. It was very thoughtful of him to give us this Imperial Commissary medallion. And Kyle, who I told you guys is a big Max Rebo fan, he put together these koozies. So it's got Max Rebo in the bright blue chugging a beer, and it's got the ICCC logo on there. So that was very nice of him to share that. James, who runs or is one of the admins for the Facebook group Kessel Run Toys. You can find them on Facebook. I'll try to remember to put a link in there. He just gave me a couple of customs, very similar to what Shane does with beater figures. So this is last year's kind of giveaway in the ICCC colors. Let's see. You can kind of see here how, ICC does these, the colors in blue, yellow, red, and green. So he was doing the same thing with Squidhead, and then he also gave me one for this year for Chief Chirpa. I like this one because he looks like he just got done eating a stormtrooper, so this is like a murder bear ghost. Pretty awesome looking and kind of disturbing. So thank you again, James, for the 2 custom figures. And then now I got to show you guys the insane level of gifts that Dominic R gave me at the convention. So, he's given me a lot of really incredible items this year, and he's been way too generous to me. And I finally got to meet him, and so he got to hang out with him and had a really good time getting to know him. He's got a really great collection. These are made by a gentleman on Facebook. I think his name is Scott Baker, and he makes like full-size custom, cutouts of the vintage figures in kind of a 2D style. They're 4, 5, 6 feet tall. He also does make magnets. And so Dominic gave me, for some of my favorite Focus characters, he gave me these magnets, which are really great. So I got the Cloud Car Pilot, I've got R5D4, obviously Dengar, and then the Death Star droid. So all these are really cool magnets that will look good on my drink fridge in my collection room. Here are some custom card backs that he also gave me. This is a really cool, I think he said he picked these up on Etsy. I was showing these custom card backs, and there was a spider on my card, so I kind of freaked out. But he's dead now. Darth Vader, my Spanish PvP Darth Vader squished him, so he's dead now. But these are these awesome customs that Dominic, I think he said he picked them up on Etsy. But I love this Darth Vader Hoth Echo base. I just think that card back image is perfect. I almost wish that the vintage collection would do a figure like that. I mean, they've done every other Darth Vader out there. There's like 10 of them now, but you would think that this would be a perfect image to show, and maybe have some snow on his boots or something like that. And then here was the other one, and these are really, very detailed card backs, as you can see there. They look very similar. So this would be like a 65 back A, and just really nice quality to these kind of customs. But this one is the Biker Scout. Another really great image, kind of showing him coming out of the, it's almost like he's coming out of the card back at you. And I just thought both of those were very cool card backs. But Dominic was very thoughtful, though, and he remembered that October 18th coming up is my 8th year of sobriety. That's the sobriety date. And so he gave me this incredible gift that was way too generous. I was kind of blown away. But this one is an AFA 80 Tri-Logo Hoth Snowtrooper. So Dominic apparently bought it, and he said, I don't want to start a Tri-Logo run. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, so I want you to have this. But this was just a mind-blowing gift that he gave me. But here's the grade on it. Card got an 80, blister 80, figured 90 for, this is the Palatoy Tri-Logo, and it is in incredible condition. So you can see how beautiful the shape, condition for the figure is. Pretty awesome image. This is my first Hoth Snowtrooper as well. So, mint on card. So this is a very, very insanely generous item. Thank you again, Dominic, for your thoughtfulness. Luckily, I did have a figure that he needs, because he's doing a free Nien Nunb offer, 48 back Return of the Jedi run. And I think he said he's got like 13 or 14 of those, but he did not have the Dengar. So I did give him my CAS 80 Dengar on that 48 back transition card to kind of go with his existing run. It certainly belongs in his collection if he's got 13 or 14 of them already. And, obviously I'm really appreciative of filling another hole in my Tri-Logo collection, because I did not have this one, and I was kind of sad that I missed it on eBay, but he apparently was the one that bought it, and lo and behold, he decided to bring it to ICCC and give this to me. So I really appreciate it, and thank you for being so thoughtful to remember my 8th year of sobriety that's coming up. It's pretty awesome, and my life is infinitely better today than it was 8 years ago, and a lot of it is because of the collecting community. Those of you that watch the channel, those of you that I got to see at ICCC in the lobby sales, all the great friends I've met on, fellow YouTubers like Tim and Blacked Out Ewoks and Bread on Fett. It's just really awesome. Usual Mike over in Australia. I mean, there's so many that I'm sure I'm forgetting many, many names, but obviously Chris and the 5 Idiots Talking Toys. So it's been a really nice way to fill my drinking days is by doing this stuff with you guys. And I can't say enough thanks to those of you that watch the channel and support the channel and, all that good stuff, because it certainly means a lot to me. And I can't even put it into words how great the collecting community is. So anyway, thank you again, Dominic, for all of the generous gifts, and to everybody else who gave some swag. And really great seeing everybody this year at ICCC 2024. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.